All right, guys, today I want to talk about overtraining because in my last video, I talked about like a buddy of mine from the Army. Someone, just a guy I hadn't thought about in like decades, literally. And it kind of reminded me of some other things, that I did back in the Army. And one of them was I was in the middle of the woods with a bunch of guys, and we were in the middle of a training. And there were like 12 of us, and 3 of us had like been certified with this land navigation course, and like the other, the rest of the guys didn't. Okay, so what ended up happening was there was a period of time where the other guys were getting trained and they were practicing, and then they had to actually be tested with this land navigation test that we already had. So we were basically just hanging out, the 3 of us. And one of the guys I was hanging out with a lot of this time was a lieutenant from the National Guard, and he was still in college, and he was actually studying to, I don't know if it was like kinesiology or exercise physiology. I don't remember what the degree was, but I basically asked him, like, so what can you do at this degree? And he's like, well, if he has a bachelor's, he could basically become a personal trainer. If he gets an advanced degree, he'd go into research, maybe become like a strength and conditioning coach for, a sports team. So you figure out what the fuck this guy studied. I forgot. It was years ago, decades ago. But anyway, the point is, I was really into overtraining at that time. I was really interested in the concept. And he said, that the guy he was studying from, like his main professor, just happened to be like an expert on overtraining, like one of the guys in the world that was really putting a whole lot of time and effort into studying overtraining. So we had some great conversations. And what happened was we were talking over a period of time, and we came up with like a million different reasons for overtraining. Okay, a million different reasons why you would not be able to progress. You may actually regress. You may get injured because of something that can be called overtraining. But every single one of them had like an antidote. Okay, for instance, you grow when you sleep. Okay, so if you're not sleeping properly, whether it's not sleeping well enough, sleeping through the night, if you're not sleeping in the same, the proper level of sleep, like REM sleep and whatever, if you're not getting enough sleep, if you're not getting sleep on a regular basis, if you're not waking up at the same time every morning, going to bed at the same time every night, keeping the same rhythm, etc., 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 you are missing out on the major point during which you recover. Okay. Everything from natural growth hormone production to proteins, all kinds of good stuff happens to your body when you sleep. So you could, if everything's going right in your training and your diet, but you're not sleeping properly, you could not be getting the results you're getting. You might stagnate, you might plateau, you might go backwards, you might get injured, you might overtrain. But is it really overtraining, or is it just like undersleeping? Okay. And we went there in like a million different directions. Like, okay, so you might overtrain if you don't get enough protein in, because you're not getting in enough protein. Your body's breaking down muscle fibers. You don't have enough enough protein to rebuild them stronger. So you're losing strength as you go on instead of gaining strength. You're breaking your muscles down, not giving your body the raw materials to recreate them. Okay, but so you're actually getting weaker with every workout instead of stronger. But is that overtraining, or is that you're just not eating enough protein? Okay, so, and lots of things like water. Okay, if you don't drink enough water, that was right when a bunch of studies came out. It was probably mid to end 1996, yes, a century ago for you kids who were born in the 21st century. But anyway, it was, it was right when people started coming out with some studies about dehydration. And it's like, if you just are very slightly dehydrated, like a small percentage dehydrated, massive percentage in endurance and strength just go away, okay? So your training is going to suck if you're not properly hydrated, okay? And as a matter of fact, another thing is like muscles are actually made mostly of blood, okay? Blood is made mostly of water. Like there's muscle fibers, there's a blood that fills them up like balloons. So if you're not drinking enough, it's going to be hard to, fill out, okay? Even if you are creating, your muscle fibers are going through like a hypertrophy phase and they are actually growing bigger, okay? It's still not going to be the same if you don't have enough water, not to mention the fact you won't be able to get strong or increase your endurance or work out at the same level even without increasing your performance if you don't get enough water. So everything basically that we were talking about came down to something that you could fix. Okay, and it almost seemed like there was no real overtraining. Okay, so one thing that we both agreed upon that you could not really handle, you could not really fix in terms of overtraining, and that was mental overtraining. Okay, and I've talked about this before. The reason I don't like full body workouts is because if you're doing a full body workout, you absolutely positively, hands down, do not train as hard as I do. And I'm not saying this because I'm saying, oh, I train harder than anybody else and I'm the shit. I know a lot of guys train really hard. But there's no way, like, let's just do like a full body workout. Let's say that all you do is bench, okay? That's all you do, bench press, flat bench press. You don't do incline and flat. All you do is flat bench press. That's all you do for your chest, okay? And you do military press, okay? That's all you do for your shoulders. And you do rows, okay, for your back. Just one exercise per body part, okay? Which is really weird because, fine, whatever, okay? But all you're doing is one exercise per body part. You're not bringing yourself to the brink of death on every single one of them, okay? You are not bringing yourself to the brink of death on every single one of those body parts because there's no way that you're going to fucking just totally kill yourself, like, emotionally. Like, I'm supposed to put an extra 2.5 pounds on my bench today. I really fucking hope I make it. It's going to be hard. I barely grinded them out last week. You got all this stuff as you go into the gym going through your head. And that's just the bench press, because then you have to do military press, because then you're going to have to do rows, because then you're going to have to do, squats. Then you're going to have to do some kind of a deadlift, okay, for your back and your hamstrings, and then you're going to have to do this, and this. So there's no way that you're going to absolutely bring yourself to the brink of death on every single one of these exercises, okay? So that's like the thing that I really have. Okay, short term, you cannot train, like fucking kill yourself in the gym hard if you do a whole bunch of different exercises, okay? Right now, like, I am man enough to admit that I'm scared to go to the fucking gym tomorrow, okay? And I'm gonna do one set of squats, okay? I'm gonna put 315 pounds on the bar. I could knock out 10 reps, and I'm not gonna put the bar down until I do 20 reps. It's going to fucking suck. I'm scared right now thinking about this one set, okay? I'm gonna fucking, I'm gonna basically just gonna kill myself during that one fucking set. It's going to take several minutes, and it's going to fucking suck, okay? It's going to take just a lot of, like, I'm scared to fail. It's just really fucking hard, okay? Then I'm going to do a bunch of sets of deadlifts, but that's going to be easier because I'm going to do, like, 1 plate to warm up, 2 plates to warm up, 3 plates to warm up, 4 plates to warm up. And then I'm going to do my last set, which is approaching 5 plates, which is, where I used to be before, okay? So that's going to be hard, but it's going to be like I'm going to take a 5-minute break after the squats, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build up with the light weights for the deads. Then after that, I'm going to do some broad jumps to increase my explosiveness. I'm going to do 100 squat tucks. So that means I'm going to squat down, touch the ground, jump up as high as I can, and bring my knees to my chest. I'm going to do that 10 times for 10 sets with 30 seconds rest in between. Okay? And then after that, I'm going to do the same thing with burpees. I'm going to go down, do a complete push-up, jump up as high as I can. I'm going to do that 10 times for 10 sets with 30 seconds in between. Now, once again, I'm not talking about, oh my God, I train harder than anybody else, but that's fucking hard as shit, okay? That's fucking hard as shit. When I went to jump school, there were like, Marines and Ranger guys and SF guys and SEALs there. And the SEALs were talking about, like, a lot of times their Friday workout, their Friday PT workout would be doing 100 burpees. Well, guess what? Okay, so this is like a 20 rep set of squats, and then after that, 5 sets of fucking deadlifts, and then after that, fucking, some broad jumps, which aren't that hard, but then 100 squat tucks, and then 100 burpees. This is hard as fuck, okay? So what I'm really trying to get at here is that kind of intensity, day after day after day, would very quickly lead to overtraining. I mean, right now, it's hard for me to, like, wake up in the morning and go to the gym without starting to look for excuses, because it's just so fucking hard. Just the intensity is so hard, okay? So for me, like, balancing the intensity in the gym, how hard you have to push yourself, okay, in the gym is the one thing that you cannot remedy by sleeping more, drinking more, eating more, taking a supplement, getting your vitamins, eating properly, whatever, okay? There's nothing that I can do that's going to offset this fucking fear of going to the gym, which is one of the reasons why I train so hard, is because I like this. I like pushing myself mentally and emotionally, okay, as well as physically. It's not just, making myself strong in the gym. It's like, am I going to get up at 4:46 tomorrow morning and fucking do this to myself? Am I going to cave in, or am I going to fucking do it? Okay, so the mental aspect and the emotional aspect is very important, but I cannot do this every day. So once again, I like to really balance things out. Okay, so first of all, today I did my jump rope to warm up. I did my 5 sets of dips, 2 heavy sets, okay, pull-ups, and then I did 30 minutes of plyometrics, okay? It was hard, but it was doable, okay? I built myself up slowly, and now I'm at the point where I'm just going to stay at this, okay, with the plyometrics, okay? I know it's not going to get any longer than this. I know it's not going to get any harder than this. It's still hard. It still sucks, okay? I'm still going to push myself, but I know I can get through it, so I have the mental break now that I realize I can get through this upper body workout. Tomorrow's just going to fucking suck. There's nothing I can do about it, but it only happens twice a week, okay? So today was very doable. It was hard, but I wasn't afraid to go to the gym. Tomorrow, I'm already scared to go to the gym tomorrow, okay? Wednesday, I'm basically just going to do weighted abs and cardio, weighted abs and jump rope intervals, which is all very difficult. It's all very hard. And I push myself, and I'm huffing and I'm puffing. I mean, I do straight-legged hanging leg raises with 10-pound ankle weights, so 20 pounds total. Never seen anybody do that. It's hard. I'm pushing myself, but I'm not afraid to go to the gym for my abs and my cardio workout, even though it's fucking hard. Doing a half an hour of jump rope intervals is fucking hard, but it's not scary, okay, like the leg day workout is. So what I'm basically saying is mental burnout, okay, being afraid to go to the gym, not wanting to have to push yourself, okay, being afraid that if you go to the gym, are you sure you're going to be able to add that extra, 2.5 pounds or that extra 5 pounds because you got a progression going, you got a goal that you're setting, okay? That is the major kind of overtraining, in my opinion and this other guy's opinion, that you cannot remedy by just getting more sleep or drinking more or eating better, okay? So, like I said, that's the way I break it down. I have a hard workout, upper body on Monday. Tuesday, I have my killer leg workout. Wednesday, I have abs and cardio, which is not easy, but, it's nothing to be afraid of. Thursday, I'm going to do upper body again, which is hard, but it's nothing to be afraid of. Friday is going to fucking absolutely suck because I'm doing legs again. Saturday, I'm going to go ahead and do my my abs and my cardio again. And Sunday, I'm going to take off. My girlfriend and I usually just go for a walk or whatever on Sunday, okay? So when you look at it over time, there are only 2 days a week that I'm literally scared to get up and go to the gym, okay? And even now, like I said, it's starting to get better because it was really hard pushing myself. I started doing 4 sets of 10 burpees, 4 sets of 10 squat tucks, and I built up to the point where I'm doing 10 sets of 10. And I'm never going to require myself to do any more, okay? I'm just going to push harder, try to jump higher, try to do them faster, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm never going, I know in the back of my head, I'm never going to ask myself to do anything more than this right now. So this also helps me with my, my mental, with the fear that I have, the mental burnout. Because like I said, that's what happens a lot of times. What happens a lot of times is somebody decides they're going to be gung-ho and they're going to kill themselves in the gym and, do great. And like I said, there are 2 things they can do. They're either coasting, they're doing a little bench press and a little military press and a little, this and a little that, and they're not really putting 100% into every single set of every single rep of every set of every exercise of every workout. And they're not really making the progress, or they're killing themselves, but they're not giving themselves a mental break. So it's every single day they have to wake up and they have to kill themselves in the gym, and they're scared. And what happens if I don't make it through the workout? And it's just really, really, something that you have to work out. So, like I said, I alternate with hard and easy days is one thing that gives me a mental break. Okay, so I'm training my body 6 days a week. but I'm only really killing myself certain days. Okay, I have like hard and easy days, which helps me mentally. And another thing, believe it or not, that I was actually going to do another video on, but something that really helps me get through some of these workouts is actually lowering my standards. Okay, because what I've discovered is that my greatest fear is not like I don't want to do the workout because it's hard. My greatest fear is what happens if I can't complete the workout? What happens if I can't add more weight? What happens if I don't get all my reps on my 20 rep squat? Okay? So one way that I found to get myself into the gym is to lower my standards. So like first of all, like listen, if I wake up in the morning and I just get out of bed and go to the gym, that's already a win. Like I'm doing good if I just drive to the gym and park my car in the parking lot. If I go into the gym and do my warm up and do my stretching, that's already a win. Okay. As long I tell myself like I have to do at least 10 reps on the squat. Okay. I did 20 last week, but I have to do at least 10 reps with 315. That's my goal. I just have to do my 10 reps. Okay. Now, obviously, when I go and do the workout, I actually push myself harder because the pressure is off. But the important thing is, like that I allow myself to relax and do the workout instead of going to the gym, and instead of thinking about the exercise, thinking about the motion, thinking about the workout, I'm thinking in the back of my head, what happens if you don't make this? What happens if you don't make this? What happens if you don't make this? So by lowering my standards, so to speak, I take away all this negative self-talk, all this resistance, and instead of worrying about what happens if I don't make the 20 reps in the gym on the squats, I think to myself, listen, just get 10 and you're good, okay? At least get 10. And then, like I said, when I get to 10, 10 is easy. So then I just, a few more, and then I'm up to 20. And then I think, hey, I've done 20 reps with 315, so anything from now on, as hard as it is going to be fucking easy. So anyway, that's just, like I said, that's something that I'm just wanted to put out there for a while. Is there such a thing as overtraining? Not really. In terms of overtraining, basically, you're not recovering properly, whether that's nutrition, water, sleep, rest, whatever. But one part of your body that can very easily be overtrained is mentally, where you just don't want to go to the gym anymore. You don't want to push yourself anymore. And like I said, the two best ways that I've found to work around this mental burnout is hard days, easy days, so you don't kill yourself in the gym every single day mentally. And the other way is, like I said, just kind of lower your standards. Just do 10 reps on your 20 rep squats. Just work up to 5 reps with 4 plates. And if you only get 1 rep with 5 plates on the deadlift, that's okay. Now, obviously, you're going to go ahead and you're going to do all 5 reps with 5 plates on the deadlift. You're obviously going to do all 20 squats. But by telling yourself you just have to do your warm-ups and then do 1 rep with the heavy weight on the deadlift, it's like I said, it's taking away all this negative self-talk. So instead of having this resistance keeping you back, your thoughts are going forward, and that's how you get through the workout. All right, guys, I hope you like this video. A little bit of mindset, a little bit of overtraining, how to set up your workout. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. I'll probably answer your questions in the comment section, but if it's a good question, I'd actually like to do a video explaining my opinion or my answer on it, okay? Thanks a lot. See you guys in the next video.